All right. We get back into Genesis 25 and 25, or 25 on down. All right, I'm going to start up at 28. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob sought pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, "Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint." Therefore was his name called Edom. All right, and the thing is that the food wasn't yet, it wasn't finished, man. All right, that's why it was red. Okay, the meat wasn't fully cooked within that pottage, man. All right, and that's a characteristic. That's one of the characteristics of Esau to this day, man. All right, Esau eats his steak what? Rare, man, or medium rare, or whatever, man. All right, that's a characteristic of these Edomites. The reason why these other nations do it, right, is because they're following after Esau, man. They're following after Edomites. Okay, the Edomite way is to eat the steak medium rare. So that's how these other nations eat it. But that was a characteristic going back to the time when Esau was on the scene. All right, right, which is against the laws of the Most High, because the Most High said what? To cook the food fully. All right, and you can't have any blood within the food. But these Edomites will eat a bloody steak, man. These Edomites will eat steak tartar. Why? Because that's part of their characteristics, man. All right. Let me continue with that. And Jacob said, "Sell me this day thy birthright." And Esau said, "Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me?" All right. So basically, Esau was carnal, man. All right. Esau was like, what? What is this birthright going to do for me? He wasn't thinking about his kids. He wasn't thinking about the future, man. He was thinking about the here and now. He didn't believe in that, man. All right? He didn't believe in that. That's why he sold that for what? A piece of what? Red pottage, man. A birthright. You know what the birthright was? The birthright was the kingdom, man. Okay? The birthright was the kingdom of heaven. And this is what is promised to us through our forefather Jacob. You Edomites, man, you don't have that promise, man. You sold that birthright. Okay, and that's what I'm reading about right now. All right, you can't even say Jacob stole it from you because you sold it, man. All right, you were basically trying to renege on the deal. Okay, let's continue with this. And Esau said to Jacob, "Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint." Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, "Sell me this day thy birthright." And Esau said, "Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me?" And Jacob said, "Swear to me this day." And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright, man. He looked down upon that, man. Okay, because the birthright is really spiritual, man. All right, when you say when Isaac gives you is going to give you a blessing, all right, that you're going to do this and that, that's not going to happen in the here and now. All right, that's a future blessing. That's not something that's going to happen right now. But Esau was a carnal person, okay? And that's another characteristics of these Edomites, man. They're carnal, okay? That's why they promote what? Evolution, all right? They promote that there is no such thing as a God, all right? Or as a Most High, okay? They are a carnal people, all right? So listen, man, the fact that we know that these guys are the Edomites, man, you can't even deny it, man. The proof is overwhelming, man. If you understand the scriptures, there's no way that the Arabs could be the Edomites, man. The Edomites have to be the so-called white man. They have to be the Edomites, all right? These so-called white people. They fit every characteristics of the Edomites, man. Every one. All right? You go into secular history. Antipater was known as Antipater the Idumean. Right? Alexander the Greek, his father was from Macedonia. The Macedonians, they go back to the Amalekites, which are Edomites, man. When you go into true history, you're able to break down that they're the Edomites, man. All right? And you're able to break down that we're the Israelites. And it makes sense of how the situation of the world is now. All right? The hatred that they had for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, that goes back to the fact that they're Edomites and you're Israelites, man. That's a spiritual thing, man. Okay? All right? So, listen, man, the proof is in the pudding. They could try and deny that they're Edomites all they want, but at the end of the day, the prophecies are going to come to pass, man, for Edom. All right? Edom is going to be destroyed. They're going to go into slavery. All right? That's the future of you so-called white people, man. All right? The future of you so-called white people is slavery. And I'll get it in Isaiah the 14th chapter, man, in case you think I'm playing games, man. The Most High is ready to put, your kingdom is done, man. All right? You had your rulership. You fucked up the whole planet. Now it's time for you to go into captivity, man. All right? And all the nations are going to rejoice at that. They're not going to be sad. No one's going to try and deliver you. They're going to be happy, man. Okay? Let me get Isaiah the 14th chapter. This is Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. All right? And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. All right? And they shall rule over their oppressors. And that's what's going to happen for us Israelites. All right? The true Israelites according to the Bible. We're going to take them captives, whose captives we were. I have the signs right here, man. All right? That shows that we were captive under you devils, man. All right? And it was a brutal captivity. It wasn't no easy-going captivity. It wasn't no just regular indentured servitude. Nah, man. That was hardcore bondage, man. All right? Where they reduced a man, right, to basically an animal. All right? But in the kingdom of heaven, you're going to be reduced to less than an animal. Okay? A frog is going to have more rights than an Edomite in the kingdom of heaven. All right? Let's continue. And it shall come to pass the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. We were made to serve hard bondage under these devils, man. All right? It wasn't an easy bondage, man. You having your kids fed to alligators, that's not an easy bondage. All right? That's a serious, that's a wicked rulership, man. All right? That's evil, man. That's pure evil, man, that these Edomites did, man. Okay? So the Most High is going to pay them back for that. Let's continue with that. That thou shalt take up a parable against the king of Babylon and say, and the king of Babylon is Edom, man. All right? Edomites and Babylon are synonymous in the scriptures. You read Jeremiah the 49th chapter. It said Babylon is going to be brought down the same way it said Edomites were going to be brought down. The same exact thing. Jeremiah the 49th chapter, Jeremiah the 50th chapter. Okay? Because Edomites are running Babylon. All right? It said that the least shall draw them out, and they shall make their habitation desolate with theirs. Okay? Which is going into America and how they help the Israelis. All right? They're all Edomites, but the person who's going to bring them to that World War III is those Israelis, man. All right? They're going to do something stupid, and they're going to bring about the World War III, man. And America's going to follow suit, and that's going to be that nuclear war, man. All right? And after that, listen, man, after that World War III, you Edomites are going right into slavery, man. Anyone that's left, that survives, is going to go into slavery. Okay? Let's continue. That thou shalt take up this parable against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. All right? No one's going to hinder that, man. All right? The one who ruled the nations in anger, man. Who dropped the bombs at Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man. All right? After they forfeited. That was the so-called white man. All right? The so-called white man in America. All right? Because that's a so-called white country. Okay? They run that right now. They stole that from the Native Americans. That's their country. Right? They dropped those bombs on that place, and that place is suffering to this day from that, man. Radiation poisoning, all that shit, man. All right? People are growing up with deformations, all right? Because he ruled the nations with wrath, man, and anger, all right? And then these Edomites really think Japanese will have a grudge about that, man? You think they forgot about that shit? Come on, man. They're still suffering to this day from that, man. You think they forgot, oh no, the white man's good? No, man. They know the difference between an American so-called black man, Latino, or Native American, or any other nation, than a so-called, they know that the so-called white man runs that. They know he's the problem, okay? That's why when you so-called blacks were fighting in the Vietnam War, they were telling you to go back home, man. They said, go back home, go back home, black man. This fight is not about you, man. But you stupid so-called black people wanted to fight for the fucking devil, man. You wanted to fight for America. You were losing limbs and arms and shit. And you came back and they were calling you the devil, man. They were calling you a nigger, man. All right? That's what happened, man. All right? You were fighting for them and they were calling you a nigger when you came back home. You weren't allowed to go into certain restaurants, man. All right? So that shows you the stupidity of our people. All right? Let's continue. All right? The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. All right? So the whole earth is going to break forth into singing when the so-called white man is brought down. Now, when these Edomites are brought out of rulership, man. All right? The whole earth is going to break forth into singing. All right? Not just the Israelites. Okay? The Moabites, the Ishmaelites, excuse me, the Hamites, the Japhites, all right?